Last month, my friend Greg decided he was going to embrace minimalism after watching a documentary and reading half an article online. At first, it was the usual stuff, clearing out his closet, donating old shoes, and apparently, discovering that he owned 6 can openers for reasons no one could explain. We all encouraged him, mostly because we were hoping he'd stop trying to convince us to do hot yoga on weekends. But then things got a little weird when he started talking about how true minimalism required him to let go of the burden of furniture. So, naturally, Greg listed every piece of furniture he owned on Facebook Marketplace. Within 48 hours, his couch, chairs, coffee table, and even that wobbly IKEA bookshelf were gone. The only thing left in his living room was a single, suspiciously sticky yoga mat, which he claimed represented pure function. The next time our friend group had our weekly board game night at Greg's place, we were met with an empty apartment that echoed like a medieval dungeon every time someone sneezed. We tried to make the best of it. Someone suggested we just sit on the floor, which seemed fine until we realized none of us had the flexibility required to get up without making noises usually reserved for haunted houses. Snacks had to be passed around like some sort of ancient floor-based relay race, and every time you leaned back, you'd accidentally end up in a staring contest with Greg's pet gecko, who was clearly judging us from his tank. At one point, someone asked where the bathroom was, and Greg just shrugged and said, "Follow the echo." By the end of the night, our backs hurt, our legs were numb, and the gecko looked more comfortable than any of us. I finally told Greg that while I admired his commitment, maybe he'd taken things a bit too far. He just grinned and said, "Hey, on the bright side, now that all the meetings are on the floor, business has never been at an all-time low."